Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahwashai, Ba'asham, Racha, Kwadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, the creator of heaven and earth, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, the God which the scriptures speak of. Yahwashai is only begotten Son, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and the Racha, Kwadash, which is the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of great wisdom who rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, helping to wake up and to seal the elect of the nation of Israel, and salutation to all you Archimedes that are pushing this gospel in righteousness and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, so the title of this lesson will be, Esau's subtlety, the subtlety of these devils, Esau. So I'm going to go into this word subtlety a little bit, and basically subtlety is something that is going into the word. Let me just get subtle. This doesn't really give it the proper definition here. So I get it. So the word I'm looking for is cunning, crafty, sagacious, or discerning. And that's basically what we are going to go into. Esau's cunning, his craftiness, because let me go into that. Let me go to that so that I have to be everything. This is the preset I want to get. Here it is. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. And that is what Esau has been doing. That's this formula that he has been using since the garden up till now. This subtlety, using craftiness to deceive our people, using craftiness to deceive the whole earth, because all that he has done, putting himself as the people of the. So the phone shut timed out and went to sleep mode by itself. Basically what I was going into was Esau, all his craftiness, all his cunning, setting himself up as the people of the Lord, as the angels, as the Most High, deceiving the whole earth into believing that this devil, this leprous devil, Esau is basically the light of the world, the candle of the world that would lead the whole earth into into a utopia, if you will. But the men of the Lord are finally bringing out this truth and showing that is not actually the case. So I used this subtlety, used this to basically corrupt the whole world, to deceive the whole world into believing things that are lies, into believing his lies and his deceits. Which is why in the book of Jeremiah, I believe that is the book of Jeremiah, so I have to go to that, where it says that surely all the people will come together and tell you that we have inherited lies and things that have no value. Yeah, it says it is Jeremiah chapter. No, that's not it. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 19, and it reads, "O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge, in the day of affliction the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit." And all these things are what Esau has set up through subtlety. What I'm focusing on right now is the mark of the beast. And Esau's slow and gradual way of implementing it, which of course is also part of his subtlety. And what we have right now currently is basically that Esau has, that Esau has made that this country of Sweden has gone completely cashless. Brothers videos about this. Basically brought out the reports about this. Yesterday, I believe, and what came to my mind was just this devil's subtlety, because this is how he's setting it up, little by little, always using his gradualism to set this thing up, because he isn't going to, because we all know what the end game is, which is implementing that mark of the beast, that RFID microchip, and forcing the whole earth to take it. But this isn't going to bring it out just immediately and then start Revelation, doing Revelation 13 and 16 and Revelation 12 and 12 verse 12. So I also go to that so I will know what I'm talking about. Let's first go to Revelation 12 verse 12. And it reads, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And then jumping to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, he reads, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And basically, everybody that's in this church should already know these Christians, What I'm talking about is that mark of the beast. Esau is gradually leading the whole earth into that. He's leading this beast. He's easing us in, he's easing, the whole world into taking that chip, into, where the chip starts rolling out and people start implement, and it starts being implemented and starts being distributed in a mass scale. He's easing the whole planet into that through this cashless society, through these cashless things. Because first of all, they'll tell you that, alright, so tell you that money, it's inconvenient for you to constantly be going to the bank and withdrawing out those money, inconvenient for you to be carrying out such huge amounts of money everywhere that you go. So just use this card. It's a simple card. All you have to do is swipe, and you can pay as much as is in your bank account. Alright, and the next to tell you that, you can pay with your phone now, so you don't even need a card. You're always holding your phone in your hand, so you can pay with that. Then he'll tell you that, you can use this watch to pay. You just in your hand, you don't need to go rustle through your pockets to get your cards or your phone or anything like that. And then next to tell you that, just put this chip inside your finger, inside your in your body. You will always have it with you. You will never forget it. You will never lose it. It can't be hacked because it's right inside you. It's secure and everything. And it's not just it's not just your account details that you put inside. It's not just your basically it's not just your bank details that you can put inside. You can put inside your medical records. You can put your keys for your house, for your office, and all these other things inside. It's a very convenient way to live. This is and of course this is the future. You see Esau bringing out all these adverts in that time, bringing out all these narratives during that time. When he's pushing out this chip, first of all pushing it out, making it voluntary to take it, just get all the people that will instantly take it without any question out of the way. And then the mandatory forcing of the chip, making sure that everybody causing. And let's just go to this word in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, where the scripture says that he causeth all. Let's go to the word causeth and see what it means, whether you can get any edification from it. So the word is poieo. Let's just go to that. Alright, so the word is poieo, and it reads to make, and I'm going down, to make ready, to prepare, to make it. Basically he makes, and Esau will make the whole earth to take this mark, to receive this chip. Alright, this is all part of his gradualism. First of all, causing a whole city to go cashless. Causing a whole country to go cashless. And then we know that that the Swedes have the highest population of people that are chipped. Even though right now they have the highest population of people that are chipped, and very soon that population is going to keep on increasing. And when the Edomites that live there, I know the Jacobs and all the other heathen that live there, see how convenient it is, to have that chip. This is what Esau is trying to do. This is what he's trying to. So he's trying to force, they're trying to fizzle out that cash so that everybody always has to use, a cashless method. And then they're now slowly easing the microchip, telling you that this is the way, this is more convenient. I know this is just the start, because it's not going to end in Sweden. The other European nations are going to pick this up. I know right now in China, they are planning on doing this exact same thing. They are rolling out digital currency. There are people are paying with. They are making more stores are now making people pay cashless and paying with their phones and all these other different types of cashless payments. So it's not just in one country that this is happening. This is happening all over the world. Even in Babylon, they are still doing it. They're doing the exact same thing. Slowly implementing this thing. And to slowly phase out and come into these third world countries like here in Nigeria, or the other African countries, or other Asian countries, or the South American countries. To slowly going to it will slowly come into them, and it will slowly be implemented in them as well, until Esau gets everybody. He has, as scripture says. So let me get some precepts that start from the book of Daniel chapter 8. This is a good opportunity to talk about the chip. Any excuse that I can use to bring out some edification concerning the RFID microchip. So I'll read Daniel chapter 8. I'll start from verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause crafts to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. What he's talking about is the international bankers and the elites of Esau. Right now, this is what they have done. They have caused craft. They need to go to that word craft. So okay, I have to just go to that word first and get what the meaning of that word is. So that word is that word is marama. So let's get to education and university. Deceit and treachery. And this is what Esau is using to push that, to start his new world order, to force the great reset. Deceit and treachery. He lied about the COVID, he lied about the lockdown, he lied about the reason for the lockdown, he's lying about the vaccines, he's lying about the 5G technology, 5G towers, he's lying about the chip, telling you that it is not, if you ask these devils whether this chip is the RFID microchip or not, they'll tell you that it is not, they'll tell you that they'll give you all these promises, all these all these miracles can be worked through the RFID microchip, but what they won't tell you is that this is the mark of the beast that is spoken of in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. This is this is part of their subtility, this deceit that they have used against the whole earth. But we know what the scripture says, that if it were possible, they would have deceived the very elect. But it is not possible to deceive the elect. So we, as the hopeful elect, are not deceived, and we know and we see Esau's game. We know what he's playing. And as the scriptures also say, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? So let me get the next precept. Because right now Esau is using this is his craftiness, his deceit, because he won't tell you his end game. He won't tell you that he's planning to microchip the whole earth just so that he can make you veritable slaves. He can keep everybody on the planet so that he can basically have tabs on the activity and the life of everybody on the planet. Put all your information in that microchip, and Esau have access to every single being on this planet, have access to their information, have access to what they are doing. It basically wants to be, what's the word I'm looking for, omniscient, all-knowing, knowing everything that is happening to everybody, every human on this planet, and also having them under him in perpetual slavery. He's planning to be like the Most High, planning to exalt himself like the Most High, as written up in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. It talks about how Esau is trying to exalt himself as Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. And I'm not going to go to that. You can read it in your own time. So this is the book of Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And what this precept, what I want to bring out about this precept is that that's why I need to use it to lead me to this next precept in the book of Proverbs chapter 14 from the 16th verse. I meant Proverbs 1. Proverbs 1 from the 14th to the 16th verse. I can't remember. I can't remember the exact pieces, so I'm just going to type it down. Sleep not. Okay, Proverbs 4:16. So okay. And it reads, "For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall." And this is just basically the the mindset of the mindset of an Edomite. This precept is bringing out the mindset of an Edomite, the mindset of the wicked. They can't sleep, they can't have any rest unless they commit some kind of evil, some kind of wickedness, unless they cause people to fall, unless they lead people astray, they turn people away from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they turn people, especially you Israelites, away from the majesty of the Most High, and bring you in, and basically bring you down to the death with them. Put you in this, it will put you in the same lower state that they are in, make you devils just like them. This is what Esau does. This is and of course all part of his this is all part of his subtlety. And the same subtlety that he's going to use to bring this mark, to implement, to push this mark and force it upon everybody that is on the planet. Because even the scriptures tell that he will that he will succeed, of course, but he will not be able to microchip the elect because of the Most High. How about me, our shy, of course, will be protecting us and defending us in that day. Alright, so I'm just going to end it there. With that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahwashai, Ba'asham Rakah Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, and through the Spirit. I hope you brothers were edified. Shalom.